Good evening. Bob and Mike here, the Sports Nuts, with your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Like and subscribe, please. We need more subscribers to this YouTube channel. Live chat is available. And you know what? We still got the form in the description if you want a one-on-one tutorial, but you're probably not going to get in until next week because our schedules are loaded, man. Underdog Fantasy and Thrive Fantasy Deposit Match is available, and also BetMGM and PointsBet sign-up bonuses. Those links are below, and that's where we're at right now, folks. Getting ready to rock out the day. Hockey, NBA tonight. Lots of good stuff happening. Sports betting at its finest. Mike and I are here. Okay, Mike, you probably don't really have anything to talk about other than Adam Wainwright's coming back for one last year.
Bob, nobody cares about that, man. It's pointless to use that. I mean, come on, man. Nobody cares. Let's talk about something that people will really care about. You can get on the phone with your brother or somebody and talk about that, all right? Now's not the place for that, okay?
If that's your attempt at scolding me, you might as well forget it, because guess what? Now I'm going for it, okay? Actually, let me tell you something. Wainwright would like to get to 210 wins, all right? Now, you may not think that's a big deal, but that would be second most in the history of St. Louis Cardinals baseball, and that's rather a major accomplishment, Mike, all right?
Okay.
Whether you realize it or not, all right. Hey, Bob, thanks for the confusion yesterday on the VJK total. My under hit.
Vegas, Bob.
Yeah, I know who it is. There was really no confusion. I went with the over 2 nights in a row with Vegas, and they stink when it comes to scoring goals right now, and they're killing me because I'd have went undefeated last night. Instead, I was 3-1. Steven was at a bus stop today, Mike, this morning, watching Morning Coffee.
Nice.
That's loyalty. Now, you want to talk some more about Adam Wainwright?
No, Bob. No. Let's get into it.
Go, dude. You got something to say? Go for it.
I'm going to the Positive EV page, and we're going to look for some bets, Bob.
Go for it. I'll see you later.
We've got the NBA up tonight. Anthony Edwards over 5.5 player rebounds. I think I like that bet. And imagine that. It's not Positive EV anymore. That is a bummer. The Hawks on this under 118.5 team total against Detroit. Detroit's defense is a little iffy. Does worry you a little bit. Detroit played last night. Back-to-backs for them. But I do like this. I think I like this play. I mean, Pinnacle prices it at minus 121. Plus 100 is what we can get it for on BetMGM. FanDuel's pricing the same way on both sides, same with Caesars. So a little bit of value here.
There you go, Mike. Steven still trusts your opinion.
Nice. I'm going to take that for a half a unit.
Your opinion?
Yeah, Bob. Bob, your comedy show needs to find another platform.
Okay. See you
later. How about Panarin over 2.5 player shots on goal? Really like this bet. Plus 100 is our play. Looks like couple of Pinnacle does favor this under hitting, but Bet Rivers is the only, most books. I mean, you got Caesars, FanDuel, and BetMGM all favoring that over. I mean, I like this for a half a unit too. I like I like this play right here. Rangers did just play last night, had a big game with the Avalanche, Bob. You expect them to bounce back tonight?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you're the only Bob.
If you watch my hockey video, you know that I expect the Rangers to bounce back tonight. Although Halak is in goal.
That's no longer positive EV, that Hawks play there that you saw. I'm going to go refresh again. Finding this a lot, going to check it, and it's no longer positive EV, but it's still showing up. That one is Anthony Edwards that we looked at. Knicks under 58.5 first half team total. I mean, you got the Hornets that got a couple of guys out tonight. Do think I like the Knicks in this spot, but let's take a look at this play. It's no longer positive EV. Trae Young not touching his rebounds. Just not a lot right now to hit. I will go to my bet tracker and show you all some of the bets I have.
What do you
today.
Can I ask you a question? DraftKings has got a plus 100 boost for Giannis and KD both to have 25 plus points. You like or not?
Yeah. I think I do. I do think so. I think Giannis is certainly going to have a monster game. And then I think that Durant will I think he'll show up and play too. This is a big game. I think both of these teams are going to give us a show tonight. And I mean, I stayed away from this game other than, looking at some player props, but yeah, I think I would roll with that. So Panarin over 2.5 player shots on goal, Hawks under 118.5 team total, half a unit on both of those, half a unit here. I've got a Giants on the point spread play at plus 3. I got the Rams under 20.5 team total. $15 is what I put on that. Less than half a unit because not real thrilled about that play, but definitely liked the value. I did take the Knicks earlier under 116.5 at plus 100. Van Vliet, I've got him over 6.5 player assists plus 100. I've got the Timberwolves minus 3.5 on the first quarter point spread plus 100 is what I got that for. And some of these plays still have a little bit of value and maybe we're sprinkling a little bit on. Wouldn't go as overboard as to putting full units on these plays now with most of these beating the closing line value, but definitely worth maybe sprinkling a little bit on some of these. Grant over 1.5 player made threes. You see that bet plus 100. And this one, I really not, is Simmons on his over PRA. I went with it. I'm not thrilled about it, but I went with it. And I've got the Bulls under 120.5 team total. Got that for minus 104.
I gotta answer Jacob here. He's got a $25 free bet on BetMGM till October 30th. Bad day to place it, you think? Or maybe you should wait till tomorrow to see if they're a better place. Or you can use the free bet converter on OddsJam to turn it into money. I'd say wait till tomorrow. 44-21 for Giannis so far.
Yeah, just not a lot to look at tonight. Definitely some plays in the NBA, but yeah, I would hold off.
Okay, all right. I'm sharing my screen. My turn. Move over, big boy. What's up, Jordan? Jordan will be with us tomorrow night. So
that he will.
And we'll talk about Adam Wainwright tomorrow night.
No, we're not going to talk about Adam Wainwright, man.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about him every day now, Mike.
Oh,
all right.
My gosh, man.
Yes, anything to drive you nuts. All right. Let me show you a couple things here. Let me show you a couple things here. All right. Here's what I'm looking at. Rangers on the money line. These are from my hockey video. Blues and Oilers under 6.5 and Tampa Bay and Anaheim under 6.5. There was an under 7 also positive EV play earlier this morning and an under 6 this morning. From a morning coffee perspective, I'm trying to remember what we did here. There it is. First half total points over 111.5, over 231.5 in that Spurs Wolves game. That over 111.5. First half total points is in the Lakers and Nuggets game. And we had the Nuggets minus 5.5. And we also took the Rockets under 113.5 team total. All right. You got that? You got it. All right. Let's look at the screen here, Mike, because this is a feature that I don't know if people know that we have, but it is extremely important. And there are lines out for next week's NFL games. I want you to look at a couple of plays here. We're just going to discuss it real quick. Let me click on point spread. And let's get into next week. All right. So the Chiefs are favored over the Titans by 10.5 right now. That's the spread, right? The Bills are favored over the Jets by 10.5 next week. Your thoughts as to whether do you think the lines will go down and get into the 7 range or not?
I mean, it's very possible, Bob. I mean, we got games that they'll play this week that will maybe change that. So
Kansas City's on a bye. Kansas City's on a bye. So I do kind of understand that.
For this week, yeah. But
yeah, Andy Reid coming off a bye is usually really good.
Well, that's true, but we've also Tennessee's going to play Houston. We expect I mean, look, if Tennessee ends up losing to Houston, I think that could change my approach to that game, certainly.
Okay, I kind of like taking the Jets plus 10.5. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, definitely looks like a play to look at.
Okay. This is one of the things you can do with screen, folks. You can go in the NFL a week ahead because the lines usually come out on Wednesday, I believe. And you could start looking at what the lines are like the following week and possibly catch something good. I don't know why the Patriots are favored so heavily over the Colts right now. New England hasn't shown me anything. What about you?
No, not a lot yet, Bob. But the Colts, to me, I'm not too sold on them either. So,
right. Well, what's his name? Erlinger is going to now be the quarterback. Matt Ryan has got an injury and looks like he's done for the year. Jets lost a bunch of guys to injuries. See what they look like this week before betting that. Okay.
Exactly. Yes. Very.
There you go again. New York versus New York. Would you mind seeing if there is any value in a Bengals, Commanders, Giants spread parlay? I'm taking that is for this week.
Yeah.
Ellinger. Yeah. Okay. Ellinger, or however you say his name. All right. So we're looking at Bengals, Commanders, and Giants spread parlay this week. Let's go ahead and go to the NFL. And so we're going to look at Bengals, Giants,
Commanders, Giants.
All right, let's go to the Giants here real quick. and he wants to do a point.
I do know that I have a positive EV play on the Giants on that +3. So
right. Let's go ahead and add that to the parlay builder. And let's go up here and look for the Bengals. There's the Commanders. Let's click that one and look at the Commanders on the spread. We can get +3. Let's add that to the parlay builder. And then one last time, the Bengals. The Bungles.
The Bungles.
-3 or -3.5. Let's just go ahead and do this -3.5. Let's go ahead up here to the parlay builder and see what we built. Oh, +605 on points bet, +581 on BetMGM.
Yeah, not beating the Pinnacle line. It doesn't look like though, Bob. So definitely, you know, I mean, it's worth sprinkling maybe a little bit on, but it's definitely not crazy value. Although that Giants +3 was a positive EV play earlier in the day, but value kind of shifted on that. So maybe if we caught some of those earlier, we probably could have got a little better value on those.
Yeah, possibly, but still, you know, I mean, if it hits, it's pretty good money. Anytime you can get a +580 something. Somebody asked yesterday, it was Steven Batza, and I am going to do my World Series video coming up, but I'm not doing it tonight. I do want to show you that they do have, Steven, the RBIs. Now, Mike, I'm going to ask you one here real quick, another question. I'm going to go to this market and I'm going to go find the player RBIs. Jose Altuve has yet to get an RBI, Mike. He's got 3 hits. He's +340. Do you think he's worth betting in this series? I do.
Yeah, possibly.
Because you got to remember, there's no Pinnacle line, there's no perfect line on this.
I mean, it just worries me. He's been cold. I mean, you know, I don't know. It just worries me.
Okay, all right. Let's take a look at some of the other numbers of some of the other players that have driven in runs. Bryce Harper's +165. Alex Bregman is +190. And Yordan Alvarez is +170. And is Reese? Did I see Reese in here anywhere? Yeah, there he is. Hoskins is +220. Most of these you will find on DraftKings, folks. Great value.
Probably sitting Altuve out, just because he's been so cold.
What makes you think they're sitting Altuve?
I didn't say sitting him. I said okay. I'm sitting out the bet on him on a player RBI.
Why?
Because he's not had a great playoff, Bob. I mean, he's
overdue. You don't think that he's overdue?
Well, that could win. I mean, that could be any. I'm not throwing darts at that.
I'm not throwing darts. I think it's a good. I think it's a good bet because what you do is you make multiple RBI bets, Mike, and one of them wins. It covers, and you're profitable on all 3.
Right. So pick somebody other than Altuve for sure.
I have an excellent memory. Thank you, Stephen. Like the thing, like looking up stats is useful for it. So random. Okay. I mean, it's a really good play. I like it. I've gone with it through every single video that I've done so far, and they're coming through like crazy. So there we go. You got anything else, Mike?
No, I don't have a whole lot, Bob. We got big Thursday night tomorrow. Jordan will be on the show, and we're ready for some big time football tomorrow, right? Ravens Bucks.
Tom Brady. Oh, boy. Lamar Jackson needs to get his act together. And he's going to do it tomorrow night. I think. You want to make a wager on the side?
No, we're not making no wagers on the
Steak
side.
dinner? Steak dinner.
No.
You're cooking it. Oh, never mind. Okay, no. Never mind. We don't want that. All right, guys. See you later.